Hey guys, what's going on? Today I got a comeback video for you on Endless Vale. I'm going to be doing some commentary on. We started off the game pretty tilted. You can hear it pretty clearly in the intro. So just going to point out some key things about staying calm during games and don't give up until it's over. You never know what's going to happen. Hope you enjoy.
He's up in 13. There's other fucking maps in the game.
Yeah. It's this, no, it's not the same team.
What is with all the thorns, dude?
Every death counts.
There have been so many fucking thorns today. So starting out in Endless Vale, you basically only have two options. Your first option is to peek the middle lane. If you peek it together as a team, you have a pretty good chance of making something happen, but it's a 50-50 for the most part, and you want to avoid those at all costs in a competitive scenario. I typically like to go to B, where I'm heading to right now. One of the big rules that I've set for myself is don't jump up on B until you're positive there's nobody looking at you. So and this here is exactly why. It was a really risky to jump up here before I was sure what was going on.
Sniper in the back. God damn it, dude.
Yep. This is a really reckless push. I'm pushing in, not really thinking about it. We just played this team in the game prior, and they spent the entire game teabagging us, so they definitely tilted us. If you get teabagged, try your best just to shrug it off. They're doing it on purpose to win games. It's a mental tactic. It doesn't mean anything. It's somebody putting an input into a controller or a keyboard just to make you mad. So just try to brush it off.
Backside of B.
Fuck! I got caught
Really?
on fucking texture.
Even though my entire team is dead here, I have to try to push up to stop them from getting heavy. If you wait for your teammates to show up before you push up, they'll get heavy, and you just brought more people up to fight a heavy weapon, so it's potentially more kills for the enemy team.
Jesus Christ. They're all one heavy.
Unfortunately, I was a little bit late, but I traded out. If you're going to die, go for the trade. Got knocked.
I'm wrapping you, Lone. They're on me.
There's one in the middle of my orb with heavy. I just saw him.
You got,
Yeah.
fucking got me.
So as you can see from this first round, there wasn't a whole lot of communication. There wasn't a whole lot of positivity. There was a lot of cursing. We're all pretty off point here. That last point where I called out that the guy had heavy on my orb, if I would have been paying attention and watching my orb, I could have called that out a lot sooner, and my teammates would have been aware of where heavy was, and it probably would have turned out differently. Honestly, they could have team shot the heavy or pushed at him from a different angle and secured it for themselves to use against the enemy team. So that's a perfect example of why you shouldn't let tilt get to you. Don't let what other people are doing affect your mind frame, because it's going to get in your head and you're just going to play worse. So
Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck is
You trailed the enemy. Close the gap.
way back in the back sniping?
I see that there's red on my radar to my left. The smarter thing to do, honestly, would have been to push from the right here and go for a flank, because I'm pretty sure my team's going to push with me. Pushing towards middle here through the cubby is a 50-50. If he's got a shotgun sitting around the corner and he's waiting for me, I am in huge trouble. So be careful when you're pushing these cubbies.
Hey, he's back in the back.
Luckily, none of them were looking at me. This is a really good flank. If I would have gone the way that I initially intended to, I probably would have died pretty quickly. So it was really good of my teammates here to push from the opposite lane that I went to. Rusty was paying attention, and even though he died, I was able to secure a kill from it.
To the left over here, he got me.
So I'll pull back. If you can. Heavy's up in 7.
This is just a note to myself. I should have stayed and committed to that kill. Even though I was weak, I had 2 teammates with me. He had none. And because I looked away, my teammate ended up dying.
Right on top of you. Oh.
His fucking melee lunged at me as I shot the rocket.
Here, I definitely should have waited for my team to spawn up. Heavy wasn't going to be spawning soon because we just pulled it, and I make the decision to push into the enemy team because I'm tilted. If I would have been in the right mind frame, I probably would have seen that pushing into 3 people by myself wasn't the right call.
Been knocked out.
I'm knocked.
Lone is 2v2.
One on tree that I saw. Nice.
One enemy
One more on tree. Nice. Good plays, guys. We stick together.
your enemies to dust.
Whoo!
Thorn the burn always does the same damage no matter what the fucking range is, so
Which
why
of
not
you will
use it?
survive?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the initial damage fall off is pretty bad.
So this would have been a really good play if I hadn't rushed it so much. Typically what I like to do is slide across the lane into the grenade out, and instead of sliding it to the cubby. Sliding into the cubby, if I would have slid across the lane, I probably would have landed that grenade on all 3 of them, but because I was sliding towards them, I overthrew it. So
Fucking snipe in the back.
What the fuck, dude?
here this was lazy positioning and over aggressive behavior. I just assumed that I was going to get the first shotgun kill, and missing it caused me to have no time to react to the second guy.
I don't remember that. So he's back there.
God damn it, dude. No!
Lives.
Fuck me, on heavy. I'm going block spawn.
Again, not really paying attention to my radar. I just didn't shoot him. I made no attempt to even try to shoot him. It was a horrible play. He got me in
Been
mid.
knocked out.
I'm knocked.
Left
He
side's
went,
got
he went toilet. There's 2 in toilet. One going left
Yeah, let's
side.
go to it.
You can really hear it here how upset I'm getting, how frustrated I'm getting. If you are pushing for a goal in comp and you're this frustrated, you should definitely take a break. My general rule is if I lose a game, I do something else for 10 to 15 minutes, whether it be a PvE activity or browse Reddit or go play with my dogs. Just something to keep me, even if I'm not mad, even if I'm not frustrated. That way, I just clear my head, I get over it, I move on to the next game.
He's one.
Nice, coming toilet.
Has lives left.
Behind you guys, behind you guys. One more on
Don't
B.
back up a little bit, Scott. Back up a little bit.
He's on B.
I'm
He's wrapping. He's still on B.
No more second chances.
Looks like he's going back to tree spawn, or the water spawn. I can't tell. Nope, he's just sitting on B. Nice. One more.
opponent remains.
As you can see, the callouts here are helping. Rusty is responding really well to me calling out where enemies are coming from. I could have been a little bit more detailed. Like I could have said coming from toilet to A spawn, coming from your guys' right, left. But Rusty knew with the information that I was giving him, plus the information on his radar, he was able to pick these 2 off with heavy, and leaving it in a 2v2 situation.
Oh, he's got overshield.
Yep.
He's pushing mid.
Let me know when the
I
overshield's
think
up.
he's pushing and it's out. He's going on. He's on heavy.
No, he's not.
Props to this guy for hitting those 3 quick shots. He didn't have a huge time window to take Rusty out here. Good shots, dude. Way to go, Snowman.
Fuck, I burned out. Fuck! Now he's bagging like a fucking pleb.
The enemy leads. Catch up and crush them.
So here I'm pushing to middle because I see Lonesome turn left. Normally, like I said, I don't like to push this lane, but if you see somebody else going that way, try to support your teammates.
Nice kill.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Even though he didn't secure the kill, he was able to tag him enough for me to clean him up with a headshot, and that's exactly why you push with your team.
Watch for the snipe, bud.
I spawned toilet. I don't know where they are. There's
Okay.
one right side.
He's probably sniping the back towards me.
One on
So being this weak, I definitely shouldn't have stayed in the lane here. Also, this guy shoots me while he's in the air. Great shots, dude.
B.
Fuck, I tried to slide. I got
Pushing
stuck.
cubby, shotgun.
I
Yep.
Nothing you can do.
Next death's a knock.
think I have you.
Rookies off.
So here, this is kind of dumb. It's a risky play. I'm not sure if the sniper's actually up here, but I'm head glitching to try to keep them busy. It's really risky, but it pays off. There's 2 down this lane here.
Okay. Try and distract.
Trying to.
Fuck your Thorn, bro. Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
knocked. I knew heavy was in middle. I knew that I was pushing into heavy, but if I could keep him busy long enough for Rusty to clean up the kills over there, I thought he might be able to make something happen. So sometimes it's about making opportunities for other people rather than, I don't know, making a play for yourself.
Edge of my seat.
Scott's knocked.
1v1? 1v1?
Your enemies
1v2.
have
He just spawned up.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so
I keep going into my menus thinking that I need to switch my weapons because it's not working, but to be honest with you, at that point you're in your own head too much. It's not your loadout that's causing issues, it's you. If you're in a situation where you think you need to change your loadout, your sensitivity, stop, take a breath, and figure out what you're doing wrong.
that's probably a barrage.
Your enemy has match point. Nothing changes.
They have
Take
everything.
them out.
So now I'm just blindly pushing middle. I'm getting really frustrated that we're so far behind at this point. When you hear a super pop and you're not sure where it is, you probably shouldn't push directly into the enemy team. I was sure that he popped and started moving towards B through the tree lane, so I figured I could push into cubby and trade out with somebody.
3 lives left.
Fucking Thorn, bro.
I'm split from you guys right now.
Super risky play, did it anyway, don't care, not apologizing.
I killed Heavy. He wasted it all on me. I got another one.
Topple them.
We start really gelling here. We're covering each other's flanks really well, and this is what I'm talking about making opportunities for other people. Don't go into a gunfight with the mindset that you need to get the kill. Go into the gunfight with the mindset of, I need to shoot something. And what I mean by that is, don't overcommit to any one engagement. It's okay to tap somebody once and pop out. It's the reverse mindset of what I hear from most people. Don't go for the kill unless you're sure you're going to get it. Don't go for the kill unless you're sure you're going to die.
Tell them to line up.
Traded.
Nice.
Nice.
One opponent stands.
So if you want to open with yours, or do you want me to
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
know
dodge barrage, I can't.
They go through mid every single time. I'm pretty sure that the amount of health that I was left with when I used to dodge barrage will kill me now, so
Fight on.
I don't know. But I'm going to go through B with it.
Okay.
Tagged one with that nade.
So I know all 3 of them are here. My teammates pushed up through middle and kept them in the middle lane distracted. And I know that they have a blade barrage. So what I do here is I push up into them, I tag them, and then I try to get behind cover in hopes to pull out the blade barrage. So let's see how it works out.
Double down. And
I indeed
missed.
did blob it.
3 down.
Okay.
They still have that Dawn Blade.
No lives left. For
I got
Okay,
5 of them with
heavy.
my super.
destroy them.
If you're in a roaming super and you still have super left after you get a kill like what I just did, push the enemy spawn. There's a good chance that you'll at least get enough damage on it to clean up somebody, and if not, your teammate should be pushing with you and you should be able to clean them up. So it's really good that we locked down the momentum like this and made for a really short round.
Watch the left here.
A fire team that fights
He's off to the tree.
stays together. One enemy
Here I'm just trying to cover the lane. I'm not necessarily going for the kill here. I know that I'm way out of my hand cannon range, but if I can distract them and pull them towards me, it'll pull them the pressure off of heavy, so we can definitely secure it.
left.
You're going around the back to you.
Opposing team
Nice.
annihilated.
Okay. I'll go with mine.
Cool.
Once we get that Dawn down, I want to go with mine.
Match point and
I can't duel a Dawn.
I know you can't duel it. I think it would be better to
Okay.
pull it out, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's him anyway. Go ahead. You're clear.
Fucking Christ.
And that's
We got him. We're good.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sunspot. Fuck.
Here I'm trying to put as much pressure as possible on heavy to keep them from pulling. I know I over-aggressed this guy, but I figured if I could at least get the grenade out on heavy, I could stop them from pulling until my teammates got up here. I see them throw their grenade, and as my teammates are pushing, and I assumed that they backed off of heavy, so I push up for the pull.
Oh, look what you have.
I'm kind of just trying to dump it. I want to take it out of the game. I almost kill myself. How did I not die here?
So on B.
Enemy team is out of line.
They got me with... They killed me.
Them.
They're on my X. And there's the Dawnblade. Nice, good trade, good trade.
Lives left on either side.
Next,
Fuck, he
that's
got me.
knock.
I'm knocked.
My seat.
So assessing threats. I know that the Dawnblade is up, but I'm not sure exactly where he is. There's a ping on my radar, and I'm 90% sure it's not the Dawnblade, but I don't want to find out. So I see my teammate spawning up by tree. I move back to him to try to get some team coordination going.
Okay, so he's pushing through into mid, coming towards you, Swaff.
I know that he's in toilet, and I don't have time to do anything other than run.
1 minute.
Here I want to try to hug the wall as tightly as possible in order to reduce my visibility from the person behind me.
No more second chances. Fight to the finish.
Again, hugging the wall as tightly as possible to reduce the amount of time that I'm visible to the Dawnblade.
One underneath.
That's the Dawnblade. He's out.
And it worked. It's not about going faster than the other person, it's about keeping yourself out of their field of view. You want to try to keep your visibility to the enemy team as low as possible. Hug corners, hug walls. Try to think about where you're going before you actually get there.
He's in mid.
I missed. I fucking missed. God damn it.
Lonesome got a kill here with Dune Marchers. He sprinted and punched somebody, and the person he punched didn't die, but because I tagged the Warlock behind him, the Dune Marchers arced over.
One's dead. In cutting.
Yeah!
Nice!
Oh!
Show me what
Round tied. How does...
It just
Okay.
doesn't happen. Nothing happens.
Alright, so there's no supers now.
So here, there is a huge shift in demeanor from everybody. There's a little bit of hype. There's a little bit of excitement. The tension here really, I think, brings up back the team. So hopefully we see that transition to the next round.
Jesus
match
Christ.
point, and it's tied. This
How close are you, bud?
is it.
3/4, 7/8.
Like I said before, pushing into these cubbies is extremely risky. It's a 50-50, especially with how Destiny's peer-to-peer matchmaking works, and there's a lot of latency naturally ingrained in this game. So trades happen all the time, and you're about to see one. Traded in mid.
Lives left.
Another one.
You
Same
lost.
spot. Same spot. Behind you guys on B, I think. Nice. That's huge.
I need heavy. Or sorry.
The communication and the teamwork has improved a lot from previous rounds. That one moment, that one tied round, and the momentum carried over from previous rounds really changed the outlook of this game. Gone through cubby, gone through
Go for
cubby.
it. Go for it.
Enemy team
Good
is out
shots,
of line.
bro.
Topple them.
I gotta heal. I gotta heal.
Go ahead. I've got nothing on radar, so they went toilet to tree probably. We spent enough time messing with these people to allow Lonesome to get his super, and it basically secures the win at this point.
Oh, it's going mid.
I got him, sorry.
Nice.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I'm an idiot. Toilet too. Nice, good kill. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure that you leave a like. And if you want to see more content, just subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.